Okay, welcome back. Going to continue on watching Bonanza, the Broken Ballad. We're 16 minutes into it. And I went to Winco this morning, and I bought fixings to make curry chicken. This is something that I have wanted to do for a while now. Got a recipe. I finally got all the ingredients except one. I forgot to buy fresh ginger for this, and I'm not going to make this until Saturday. That's the plan. I just broke some chicken out of the freezer, and it's in the refrigerator now, so by Saturday it'll pretty much be thawed out. So I can't see going to the store just to buy fresh ginger anytime soon. But I really want to have it, so I'm going to do some inventory around the house and see how many other things I can find that I could really use. And if I can scrounge up a few things, I will make a trip probably Saturday morning to buy some fresh ginger. So I'm looking forward to making that, and we'll be having it with the long grain white rice. So look forward to that. While I was at Winco today, I went ahead and splurged and bought myself a treat, and that's a couple of corn dogs. They Winco, almost dump them off the plate. So Winco has kind of a deli sometimes out there in the lobby area, not of course the time I'm there. So these corn dogs are probably from yesterday and they didn't sell. But I've had them before, and they taste very much like carnival corn dogs. And I know how to make carnival corn dogs. I can make carnival corn dogs and onion rings right here at home. And I can make them in Grandma's cast iron skillet, deep frying them in there, and that's really good for the skillet, but it's not good to eat carnival corn dogs and onion rings. They're deep fried, so. But I went ahead and bought these today, and Mom never made corn dogs, but occasionally she had wiener wraps, and that was a hot dog and a croissant, and I don't remember if she made those or bought them. So I don't really do that stuff too often, but I went ahead and bought them today, and one of the reasons is over the summer when I was doing so much hiking, going on those long hikes, I bought a whole box of mixed chips like this, a little Fritos and whatnot. And I would take them along and I'd eat my lunch up there on the hiking trail. I know there's some videos of me doing that. So that's what we're going to have today, some carnival corn dogs and corn chips. And I'm going to drench the corn dogs in mustard. So quickly, I know I'm talking too much here and not watching Bonanza. The first time I ever remember having corn dogs was at the carnival. Every year the carnivals came through here, sometimes a couple of years. And when we did get to go to them, man, I would go over there to the food booth and buy corn dogs. There's nothing like true carnival corn dogs. So, kind of going down memory lane here. And then later on when I got into high school, the last 4 years of school, you could get corn dogs every day for lunch, and I would. And I loved them, just drenched in mustard. So we're kind of going back down memory lane today. And one last thing before we start watching Bonanza. It's very dark outside. It was raining when I was at Winco today, and now fog has moved in. It's not raining, but it's very dark outside. So much so that my automatic lights out in my carport have not turned off yet today. It's daylight, and the lights are still on because it's just too dark out there. All right, let's get to the Broken Ballad here. We'll start her at 16 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen. Been doing some editing today, too. Been having some fun with editing. All right. Open our little bag of Fritos.
say he took the weapon.
Where'd he go? Took some scrap lumber and some tools over to Ed Patient's place.
Corn chips.
Faces.
Yes, sir. I reckon that place does need fixing up a little bit.
Well, it ought to hold that. Well, let's get the rest.
So Adams has made friends with Ed Payson.
Hey, Cartwright? Yeah. I've been studying on something I can't figure out. Now, what's that? Why you're doing this?
Corn dogs
No
and
particular reason,
mustard.
just being
Love
there.
hot dogs, mustard, and onions.
Heard you playing last night. I was out taking the air after supper. Why didn't you come on in? Oh, I don't know. I guess I wasn't sure if I was welcome. Yeah, this is an old friend. I first started playing this to keep my fingers nimble for shooting. Did it help? How do you mean?
Tastes good.
Shooting? Oh,
Nice to have corn
well,
dogs once in a while.
A little bit. Most of the time, there wasn't any shooting to do. I was working for an old boy over in Oklahoma Territory. This is some years ago. A white-haired fella, about 60, looked like a bishop. He ran that whole town. Cattle, gambling, you name it. I was on his payroll, I was over 8 months. The only time I ever took out my gun was to clean it. Sounds like a soft job. Why'd you leave? Well, there was this girl in town that I was seeing. And a young feller that she used to go with decided that he wanted her back. I guess he figured that killing me was the easiest way to do it. So, he walked down to my hotel one night and called me out. James L. Barlow. He was 22. And among his surviving male relatives, a father, 3 brothers, and more cousins than you could count. They come gunning for you? All at once. At least they were fixing to when I left town. Against those kind of odds, man might as well put a rope around his neck and jump off a chair. Save everybody a lot of trouble. Well, what about the girl? Well, stacked up alongside all those cousins, she just naturally lost out. Well, say that
These are really good.
girl over at the grocery store yesterday, that Cass's daughter. Oh, Sally.
Carnival corn dogs are really
Someone I
easy
saw
to
her,
make.
she had all buck teeth and
You can find
pigtail.
recipes for them online.
Oh, no, they sure can't fool you. Yeah, sure can. Young Billy Buckley thinks a lot of her. Yeah.
So
She
now
really would.
I can hear
Here they all grow up
a leaf
fast.
blower
They do indeed.
over on the next property. Just my luck. This is a tasty lunch.
Pa, why do you have to do this?
He's getting off easy.
I wish I could
That
have
piece of
this
land
more
is all he has
often.
left in the world.
Sally, we're not going to talk any more about it. I told you I've made up my
There's
mind.
just no getting around it.
All right. But will you tell me something? And don't get
Or
mad.
that leaf blower out back.
I won't get mad.
You say Ed Payson murdered Dave.
That's what it was.
Then why wasn't he tried for murder?
Because no one would testify against him.
Why?
They were afraid. Mr. Cass, that lawyer's waiting for you down at the sheriff's office. Was just leaving.
Pa, did you see the shooting?
I know what happened.
But did you see it?
Sally, your brother wouldn't start a fight. He wasn't a troublemaker, honey, don't you remember? Full of fun, played jokes, made people laugh.
Sometimes his jokes weren't so funny. You remember how he used to like to tease people, too. You've been mourning Dave for so long, you've almost forgotten he was human.
That's the one thing I can't forget. He was human and now he's dead. So how do you expect me to stop hating the man who did it?
By forgiving him.
Till he walked in here yesterday, I almost thought I had. But it won't work, Sally. I'll hate that man as long as I live.
So what is he gonna do? I believe this is all the back lot city, or what they used to call 40 acres. That was probably owned by
Adam, Pa's figured out a way to get
Desi
rid of
Arnaz
Payson.
and Lucille Ball
He's down at the sheriff's office.
at this time.
Get rid of him.
There's a 12-year-old tax lien on his property. Pa's gonna pay it up and have Cahill throw him off.
Maybe, I don't know.
How much does Payson owe?
Almost $800.
Where you going, Cartwright?
Any place I please. Any objections?
So that's how he's gonna get rid of him buying his property.
What's going on around here? You didn't have to tell him. Hey, you don't know Payson anything.
Well, but there's a little something there. Over to the bank. Yeah, I don't know if that's 40 acres or not.
Says right here in the statute book, Cahill. When the taxes on a piece
Might
of
be
property
another-
are this far in arrears, anyone who comes
I think
forward
this is
and
all
pays
Paramount,
them off is
so-
legally entitled to take possession of the land. And as Cass's attorney, I've so advised him.
Now, you sure you want to go through with this, Will?
You better get over to the land office, Mr. Cass. I got a feeling Adam Cartwright's trying to beat you there.
Adam Cartwright.
Sally told him what you were going to do. You hid it for the bank.
Oh boy. Now to the land office.
Meddlesome pup.
How do you want the tax receipt made out? To the owner of the land, Edward Payson. Ain't that the gunfighter who rode in yesterday? Yeah, that's the gunfighter that rode in yesterday. Any more questions?
You're going to be sorry you did this, Adam.
Not near as sorry as I'd be if I didn't. I dropped by your store to apologize about yesterday, and I do. But I don't apologize for anything I've done today. I don't know what to say. It'll be a long time before I can pay you back. Well, there's no hurry, and not going anywhere. No, I guess not. Thanks to you.
But how's he gonna make a living there?
I got something I'd like to...
Nobody's gonna have anything to do with him.
Well, no, you don't have to do that.
Well, I guess you
How
go
much
to
do you
work
keep
for the
my gun?
Cartwrights.
Hey, you're the first fella I've met in a long time that hasn't treated me like a rattlesnake. I figure if I haven't got this, I can't use it. So maybe I'll stay out of trouble. At least long enough so you can get paid.
Treated me like a rattlesnake.
Anything wrong? I want you to tell me something. You name it.
That was a good little junk food lunch.
Dave Katz. Oh, well, if you'd asked me right afterwards, I'd have said yes. I'm not so sure anymore. Why not? One fellow's bound to have some kind of edge, you know that. Either he's not quite as scared, or as mad, or as drunk as the other one. Or maybe he's just quicker. Dave and I had been drinking that night. And the next thing I knew, we were out in the alley shooting at one another. And then it was all over.
Kind of the way it works when alcohol's involved.
I got the idea there's no such thing as a fair gunfight. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. have a lot of faith in this man, don't you?
Well, it's not just a question of faith, Bob. I don't claim to know him that well, but he admits he's led a pretty useless life up till now, and he wants to change. I think he deserves the right to try.
Can't argue with that. Just that a man of his sort kind of breeds violence just by being around. Wouldn't want you caught in the middle.
Well, I won't be. Don't worry.
Well, let's hope there won't be any trouble.
Mr. Cass?
Good evening, Billy. Sally's gone home.
Did you make it up with her? Funny the way she seemed to stick up for him, wasn't it?
There's something so evil about a man that can turn members of a family against each other. Just like it was 10 years ago and everything's happening all over again.
Well, my SD card is getting
First I
very
lose a
full.
son and now my little girl.
I realize how much I've been recording.
You and Sally should get married, Billy.
All right, 29. So here, Mr. Cass is actually planting a little bit of seed there, I think. And getting Billy riled up. Anyway, it's gonna be a good. The way it ends is kind of sad, but kind of predictable. So, anyway, that was a great lunch. I did also, when I was at Winco today, I picked up lettuce, tomato, and mustard and ketchup, so I can make, and mayonnaise. Well, I already had the mustard, but I'm gonna make a little hamburger sauce today, a mixture of mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard. And it's just depending on what you like. A lot of people will put, and it's nothing that I've invented. It's lots of hamburger joints, make such a spread like that. And it's pretty tasty. A lot of people, I started to say, a lot of people put relish in it too, but I don't. As I get older, I used to be the kind of guy that a sandwich just wasn't a sandwich without a pickle. But as I get older, relish is something that's kind of hard for me to stomach anymore. So I don't have any pickles, I don't have any relish. And if I put relish in something like my potato salad or my macaroni salad, when I do make it, I use very, very little. And I could probably not use any at all. That's, just how things are changing, I guess. So anyway, we'll be having a burger tonight for dinner, and it's going to be later on this afternoon. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be back to watch the ending of Broken Ballad. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.